we are going to concentrate on the light reaction. As I have already told you that for that light is required for this reaction. So light reaction starts when photosynthesis pigments of PS absorb light energy. So when the photosynthesis pigment is absorbed, okay, that via that PS will be get highly energized or photo excited. Okay, when the PS is get highly energized or photosynthesized, it emits a pair of electrons. It emits a pair of electrons. These electrons will be passed them into electron transport system. In electron transport system, the energy which electrons are produced will be reduced into NADP into NADPH plus H plus. Okay, so with all this results in formation of ATP from ADP and inorganic phosphate, all together we called it as photophosphorylation. So again I will repeat, in light reaction, the light reaction starts when the photosynthetic pigments is get absorbed by PS. When once the PS is absorbed the photosynthetic pigment, it highly energized. Okay, when it highly energized, it emits pair of electrons. Those pair of electrons will be taken, passes into the electron transport system. In electron transport system, the NADP will be converted into NADPH plus H plus. Okay, when this results in formation of ATP from ADP and inorganic phosphate, the formation of ATP is called the photophosphorylation. So before going into photophosphorylation, we have to see the photolysis of water. So photolysis of water, it means here the water will be split. So here the water will be splits into H plus, O and electrons. Okay, so the photolysis of water in photophosphorylation, the first step is photolysis of water. So in that the water will be split into H plus, O and electrons, and when this electrons is produced, it will be passed into PS2. When this electron will be produced, this electron will be passed into PS2. Not only this PS2 electrons alone will pass into PS2. Apart from that, it requires, the photolysis of water requires other minerals. On that, the first mineral is manganese, the second one is chlorine, third one is calcium. So all these minerals are required for the photolysis of water. Okay, so when the photolysis of water is happening, the byproduct will be produced. So oxygen is the byproduct. So imagine photolysis of water. This is the first step of photolysis of water, where two molecules of water will be in presence of light and chlorophyll pigment, it will be converted into 4H plus 4E minus plus O2. So oxygen, hydrogen and electron will be produced. This electron will be passed into PS2 for the photophosphorylation. So now photophosphorylation will start. So if you take the photophosphorylation, we have two types of photophosphorylation. One is non-cyclic photophosphorylation, another one is cyclic photophosphorylation. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So non-cyclic, it means it is not going to be a continuous process. That is why we called it as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So let us see how the non-cyclic photophosphorylation starts its functioning. When ATP formation is coupled, once the ATP formation is coupled to a non-cyclic transfer of electrons, we call that as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So when the ATP is formed, that will react with the non-cyclic transfer of electrons is called the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. How does the ATP is produced is about the thing which we are going to see. For next, so electrons are used in, the electrons which is produced here will be used in reduction. So what here it reduce is from NADP to NADPH2. So when once the electron is produced in the photolysis of water, that will comes for the reduction. It reduced into NADP to NADPH2. So once electrons are emitted by reaction center, so here the reaction center is P680. So this P680 is the reaction centers for electrons. So once those electrons are emitted by reaction center P680 are accepted by electron acceptor. So here the electron acceptors are nothing but cytochrome B, cytochrome F and plastocyanin. On that, plastocyanin and plastoquinolones are the important electron acceptors. These two are important electron acceptors, that is plastocyanin and plastoquinones. Okay, apart from this electron acceptor, we have cytochrome B and cytochrome F. So what is the function of cytochrome B and cytochrome F? These cytochrome B and cytochrome F are small protein which has a cofactor. So here the cofactor for cytochrome B and cytochrome F is Fa minus atom. Okay, next coming to the plastoquinolones. So here the plastoquinolones will be transfer electron over short distance only. So the electrons will be transferred only for the short distance. We called it as plastoquinones. Next we move on to plastocyanin. In plastocyanin, this electron will be transferred to the PS1, because in PS1 only the non-cyclic photophosphorylation will be happening. So electron will be transferred to the reaction center of PS1. So what happened here is, as I've told you that here 2 NADPH will be produced. 2 NADP will be produced, right? This 2 NADP, okay, along with 4 electron, because there it produces the pair of electrons. So here 2 pair of electrons, so which is 4 electron. Along with that 4 hydrogen molecule, it will produce the 2 NADPH2. So in non-cyclic photophosphorylation, it means it has to be reduced into, NADP will be reduced into NADPH2. So at the end, the 2 NADPH2 will be produced in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. How it is happening is by way of electrons will be reduced and it will be emitted by the reaction center. So this is about the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Next we move on to cyclic photophosphorylation.